Many offices are looking to convert their open concept office space to provide employees personal space at their workstation, but it can be so expensive. We're joined today by Lindsay McNally of McNally Office Service to tell us how panel selections can provide privacy without costing a fortune. Thanks so much for being with us today. All right, so what kind of furniture works best for your office space?
So that's really going to depend on what kind of office space you're looking to have. So there's types that are open concepts, is what they call it, where you can put tops along the wall or you can put your overheads on the wall without having any panels. And that's only if you want to have an open concept with a few employees. Then there's the next stage up where it's, 10 employees or less, where you do need the quiet because of how many employees in one area. So you're going to want to pick panels based on that. And then there's hundreds of employees that you're going to want to take into consideration the noise level on that.
Right.
So it's during the consultation that we discover what your need is on that.
So how do you determine what panels to use in your space?
So again, that's going to be a preference and also a need at the same time. So based on the amount of employees, you're going to want tall walls if you have hundreds, just because the noise volume alone is rather substantial then.
Right.
Short panels are going to be kind of needed if your employer likes the open concept. The only difference with that's going to be is the noise level is going to tend to be a lot noisier if you had rather than the tall panels.
So how do you decide whether you want refurbished panels or new panels in your office?
So that tends to be a budget thing. Refurbished panels are very affordable. You can get them a lot less expensive than the brand new ones, but at the same time, a quantity on new panels, the more you buy, the less it's going to cost per seat then for the employer.
So what is the time frame for installing panel systems?
Sure, that's going to depend on how many employees there is to install. So something like 10 seats is going to take maybe a couple of days depending on what needs to be installed. So there's several storage options, there's a lot of wall storage even. So if you have a lot of that you ordered, then that's going to take a little bit longer than a simple station.
So are the panels the only office items that can be refurbished?
No, actually you can refurbish a lot of other items that people don't realize. Like you can get tack boards that are custom made. The panels only come in certain widths, so you can only order those sizes through a new manufacturer. Where what you can do is you can get a custom tack board made in whatever size you want through us or someone else that can do that work. The other thing that you can refurbish are office chairs. A lot of times your chair kind of wears over time, and you can just save a bunch of money by just getting your chair recovered with any fabric that you want at that point. You can change the color of your chair. The other things that you can do is the overheads tend to have fabric on them, so you can get those refabricated. And we can also do noise canceling panels, and you can pick any fabric you'd like for that, and it cuts down on conference room noise or anything like that.
Very cool. And I mean, I love how this seems very homey and personable with the different panels like this. So this is what you set up in an office.
Yeah, so for instance, this is like a new type of panel system. It's called, it's more mobile actually. It's meant to actually just move it to the other side of the room if you want. So just like this setup here, you can do an electronic sit-stand table on it, or you can do a stationary table. These, on the other side, you can do more of a gathering area, or you can put another seat here. That's what makes it so nice. These are freestanding. This is a quick install. Less expensive also because the panel is only about 24 inches high. A new panel can come all the way up to 14 feet high or even more at times. So that's going to be more expensive and more labor intensive as well. The panels over on this side is a refurbished set. So this is an example of what a refurbished panel could do. So this came in a really old 70s color, and it got switched out to this fabric, and the tops are we can either custom make them, or we sometimes have the tops there already that we can just clean up and put a new couple hardware pieces on it, and right there's saving you money.
Yeah, that looks nice, and I like this little additional seating area too. Well, thank you so much for being here and giving us these amazing tips. And if you at home have any questions about today's topic, you can find out more information in the hot link section on WNEM.com.